Well, hello everyone. So for today, I'll be reviewing the Transformers Collaborative with Back to the Future 35th Anniversary Gigawatt. And before I start, I'd like to say I know it's been a while since I've uploaded. I've been busy, but now I've got new figures to review, and this one will be the only review that's coming out. I have at least, I think, let me see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have at least 6 more reviews coming out, and they will come out this month, so stay tuned for those. And so, yes, I did change my channel name, just some different stuff came up, and I never liked the name I gave myself in the first time. I only named myself that because I couldn't think of anything else to do. Of anything else to name myself as, but I was sitting around and it hit me, so I decided to change it. But moving on from that, before we look at Gigawatt in his awesome-looking DMC DeLorean mode, let's look at the packaging. So right here it says Gigawatt. It's got a nice picture of him right there. It's got a picture of the DeLorean pulling out of the truck in Back to the Future. On the back, it's nice. It's got his tech specs. Read those if you want. He's got a bio. But I don't think you can be able to see it. Anyway, some shots of him. Shots of him on the bottom. Again, that nice looking logo. It looks really nice. I really like it. Alright, and this is a good comparison. Here it is with Ectotron's box. They got the same thing with the steps on top saying how to convert them. Ectotron is bigger because he was a Voyager class. But overall, same box design. Doesn't look really different. Shows them on the side together. Gigawatt has just Back to the Future where the Ectotron had the background with the original toy artwork. And same thing with the product shut on the bottom. And this is also a reference to a G1 box. So here's that with a Generation 1 reissue of Blaster. So you can see that they really did take design cues from that. Have the toy at the bottom. And the figure on the side. And the steps on how to convert it at the very top. So let's move this aside. Excuse me. Alright, so there are 2 ways you can open up this box. You can open it up this way. It says 1.21 gigawatts. Open that up. And it's got a tech spec. It's got design schematics of the DeLorean. And if you look in here, there are some more design specs, and you can see me back there. Hi. Alright, so there are more design specs. You can flip this down, which I think is pretty cool, to reference the trailer, backing that down so the DeLorean can pull out, and there's nothing on this side. He includes instructions, and they are very, very nice. They're very detailed. You can open that up if you want a more wider shot. But it's supposed to fold in. Really nice instructions. They're very detailed. So, moving on. Here is Gigawatt. And he looks awesome. Now, whenever this figure was first revealed, the windshield was completely clear, and it didn't look good because, I mean, you can kind of see it still. There's some stuff in here, and that's just how the figure works. But I'm glad they did it with this dark blue because it looks a lot better. And I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but there is a lot. Let me try to zoom in here. There is a lot of nice detail. There's some wires back here, the plutonium chamber. There's these little black and red things here. These green things here. The bars, I don't know what these are called. I just know they light up in the movie. He's got some wires up here in the front. They are made out of a soft plastic, but don't try to bend them. I wouldn't. Now, this isn't a license by DeLorean, I mean a DMC, so they couldn't put a DMC logo in the front. It's fine. Maybe Toy Hacks will come out with a sticker set, and it will put a DeLorean back here and DMC in the front, and that's basically all we need. The license plate, if you can see it, it says out of time. Let me try to zoom out and zoom back in. I'm still getting used to this new camera. Yes, because I'm not shooting this on my phone anymore. I'm shooting this on a actual camera. So let me try to get this for you. You can kind of see it if I zoom out. There you go. It says out of time, and it says California at the top. Painted tail lights, looks really nice. Really nice mold. Now, this is a remold of Siege Sideswipe. I don't have that figure, so I can't compare him to Siege Sideswipe, but from reviews I've seen, they do have a very similar transformation, except for up here and a piece here. So, features and accessories. This is mainly for transformation, but it's still neat. I think they integrated it into the transformation. You can open the gull-wing doors. Looks really good. Whenever you close this bag, it's got a tab here. I gotta not look at the figure, I gotta look at the camera. It's got a tab here. And it's got this little piece here. And then there's a actual tab here. They'll go into a slot, hook under this, and hook on that. So you want to make sure that you slide it over that, and then you can push it down, not to scratch that paint. There you go. Moving on to accessories. The first accessory, he gets his lightning hook. This is from Back to the Future 1. And it was used whenever he ran out of plutonium and he needed to get back to the future. So, because of history events, blah, 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 lightning rod, touches electrical cord, bam, powers car, boom, Back to the Future. I'm not going to spoil the whole movie. Alright. And this just plugs in right there. It is made out of a bendy plastic, and if this is warped out of the box whenever you get this figure, all you have to do is, there are two ways you can fix it. Hair dryer on heat and just bend it to your liking while the hair dryer is on, or you can put it under hot water, which is what I did, and I just bent it the way I wanted it, and after I got it bent, then I turned on the cold water and it solidified it. So that's a couple ways to fix it. And this peg is for robot mode. Next, you get his gun. And whenever I first saw pictures of this, I thought it was Earthrise Optimus Prime's gun, but it's too small to be that. Lint not included. But it does look very similar, but it is not Earthrise Optimus's gun, because he is a lot smaller than what I thought. His handle will go inside this circular hole right there. If the camera will not be fuzzy. Focus. There we go. You just take it, plug it in right there, and slots in. It's very neat and compact. It doesn't stick out. It doesn't hinder it from rolling at all, and he rolls really nicely. And then the last accessory you get is a Mr. Fusion. Now, if you've seen other reviews of this figure, you know the problem with Mr. Fusion is that he doesn't like to clip on. On mine, however, I've not had any problems getting mine to clip in. Right where the plutonium will go, it has a peg. And then you want to make sure when you put it on that these two little teeth down here go onto the very back. So you just want to take it and plug it in like if you were plugging in a gun into a figure. And, well, that time it did. The one time I'm on camera, then it decides to, nope, I'm not going to do what you want me to do. I mean, it's not the most solid connection, but, I mean, I've seen people, like, it doesn't... It was not falling off this easy before I turned on the camera. There we go. It will come off, but not as bad as what I've seen. Now, he does roll really nicely. He's got 4 rolling wheels. So, before I get into more features, for comparison, here he is with Ectotron. And apparently this is what accurate scaling would be if these two cars were next to each other, so that's cool. If it's not, I don't really mind. So, there are them together. And let me get this down here. Oh, man. Here he is with my Hot Wheels Back to the Future 2 DeLorean with the hover mode activated. Looks very similar in design. The only difference is it doesn't have DMC in the front. Looks really good. Except this one's got robot stuff underneath and this one doesn't because it doesn't transform. Alright. Moving on. Oh, my camera fell over. I'm still getting used to this. I'm so sorry. Alright, here. Let me just get this over. And what if I do that? That should be good. Okay. Here he is with the, I think it's Jada Hollywood Rides Minis. And these are mini diecast vehicles. Almost identical to the Hot Wheels car and looks very similar to this. And for the last comparison, here he is with, oh, falling again. I just had it the way I wanted it. Oh, that's why. My bad. My bad this time. Not the camera's fault this time. It's my bad. It was my bad this time. Alright, let me get it rotated around the way it needs to be. There we go. Here he is with my custom Playmobil DeLorean. This is a really cool toy. I have custom painted it, chrome, everything that is not this silver color, I painted. So, all this chrome, all this yellow, this green, this orange and blue, this red, this black, the chrome silver, chromed out the rims because it looked cool. And this one was officially licensed, so it does have DMC in the front. So hopefully Toy Hacks will be able to make us a sticker. And it does light up, so I'll light that up for the time while I'm comparing them. Mr. Fusion likes to fall off. Never fell off this much before. Look really nice together. But I do kind of like Gigawatt better because he's a Transformers, so. It's really nice. Alright, so. I don't know if I mentioned this, but. Oh, that's my fault again. Ever since I saw Back to the Future, I wanted a figure that would transform, and we got it, and I think that is so awesome. I mean, it took 4 years, but anyway. Alright, so next, if you have a flight stand, I think you can tell where this is going. If you have a flight stand, then you can activate the hover mode by flipping down the wheels. Now, for transformation, there are 2 joints that allow it to fold in. But you only want to bend it at the first joint, and it should snap into place. And we'll do that for all 4. The back wheels do not snap in, but the front ones do. And his robot mode flight stand port is there, and you can use it for vehicle mode too. And let me get this positioned down so you can see it. Oh, I bent it the wrong way. Alright, there you go. And there you have the DeLorean in hover mode. And this looks awesome. I'm so glad to have this toy. It's a great, awesome looking figure. If you have a flight stand, then you can rotate it to your heart's desire, whatever way you want it posed. I just love this thing so much. Alright, so now, getting to transformation, you want to remove Mr. Fusion, fold up all the wheels, And if you have them in flight mode when you're getting ready to transform, you can leave the front wheels down. Remove the gun. So what you want to do now is fold in the wheels the rest of the way. Well, do it for me. There you go. Alright. Now, you want to open the gold wing doors, and be careful not to scratch the paint. Now, you want to get your fingernail in here, and flip down this section. And it's got these two little clips that it will slide into and clip into place. Do that on both sides. Now, you want to bring out the arms. And as I said, this is a heavy retool of Siege Satellite, so the transformation is almost identical. And they share nothing but transformation as far as I can tell. Once again, I don't have that figure, so I can't really tell. Alright, now you want to do the legs. So open these panels. Rotate the whole waist around, where all the top of the car is in the front. Rotate his legs down, and then you want to push on the exhaust vents, and those will bring the feet out. And that was from the back side, so I'll do it from the front. Push on the exhaust vents, and I'll bring down the feet. Close these back all the way, and then just push the exhaust vents as far in as they'll go without pushing out the leg panel. And then you just simply split the legs. Up here, it's a tab, and a tab that goes into a slot and a slot. So now, you want to bring the chest down. And you can leave it like this if you want, and just snap the arms in. But the, let me raise up a bit. But this tab really gets in his face, so what you're supposed to do is, the best way I've found to do it without banging it against his head is if you lift it up just enough, then push it down. And then you lift it up some more. And then that allows you to, which way am I doing this again? It's this way. Well, wasn't this hard earlier? Alright, flip that down. And while you bring that up, bring it around at the same time. And then bring it back down and push it forward. And then you lock the arms into place by scooting them in. And this wheel is out in the open. There we go. And there is Gigawatt in robot mode. Now, whenever I first thought of the idea of the DeLorean turning into a Transformer, I was thinking something along the names of Flux. I mean, I think Flux would be a cool name for him, or Fluxer, or Capacitor, but not Gigawatt. I mean, Gigawatt has nothing to do with the car. It's the amount of electricity the car needs. So, Flux, Fluxer, or Capacitor, I thought would have been really cool names. But, I mean, it is what it is. It's your toy, you bought it, you can name whatever you want. So if I want to call him Flux, I can call him Flux. So, if you look here, let me try to zoom in here. You can kind of see it. You can see dates right here. This is October 26, 1985 at 9. October 21st, 2015 at 7:28. And November 12th, 1955 at 6:38. So, I mean, this is really cool that they put those dates on there. And this is supposed to be the flux capacitor in here. So that's awesome. Alright. For weapons, what you can do now is you can have him, you can put the whip in his hand. I mean, it doesn't like have actually a slot. What you're supposed to do is you're supposed to take it, and this peg will go into this armhole. You just rotate that around, and that's how the instructions in the box say to do it. And then you want to take his gun, and there are two ways you can do this. The way I like to do it is you can bring it around, and once again make sure the two teeth are at the very bottom, facing down towards the handle, and now you've got Mr. Fusion on his gun, so it's a fusion-powered gun. Fusion cannon like Megatron, maybe. Or you can put it on the very top. And the teeth are supposed to be in the front, facing the barrel, and like that. Now, I heard someone say this, and I thought it was really neat. They wish that this could tab in on the bottom so it looked like a ammo clip, and I wish they had done that too, because it looks kind of weird on top. But if you want him to have an underslung gun, then you do have an ammo clip, so I mean that looks pretty cool. But the way I like to do it is have him hold it with Mr. Fusion on the bottom. So you can put it like that, and it should be able to go into his hand this way. Nope. Put it in this way. It doesn't like to go in, it likes to sit in an angle. I mean, you can turn him around to the side if you want, but he still can't hold it all the way flat. But this is the way I do it. So, anyway. So there is Gigawatt in robot mode, and he is really far away. I did not realize that, so let me zoom in a bit. Alright. Weapon storage. You can take his gun, and inside the gull-wing doors, I don't know if you can see them, there are two 5mm holes for his gun. So you can just clip that in there. Actually, I put it in the wrong way. Let me get that out. Put it in this way. Put it in completely the wrong way. There we go. They can hang down like that. And then you can take the whip, and then you can plug it in, and you couldn't see that, I'm sorry. You can just peg that in right there, and now all the accessories are stored on his back. And once again, in robot mode, if you have a flight stand, he can use a flight stand. Just peg it into the same place that it was in vehicle mode, and he can fly. Let me take this out because I wanted to hold his weapons. Alright. Well, you're not supposed to plug it into this arm. You're supposed to plug it up into the top one. I'm sorry. I said the wrong one. Alright. Since this is a remote of a Siege figure, he is blast effect compatible. So, I like to use these from Fire Drive or Firebolt. I don't remember which one it was. But I like to use these. Blast effects. I think they look pretty cool. And, not on the back, but on his feet. He is weaponizer compatible, so if you have a weaponizer, you can plug, stuff in there. So, there's some that you can do. Let me see what it looks like if that's plugged into his arm. Okay, that looks pretty cool. And now he's got a fusion cannon. Alright. So, on this new camera, I was able to pause the video and transform figures off camera so that way you could see them in the next scene, but I can't do that with this camera for some reason because I don't know how to pause it. So give me a second and I will transform Ectotron really quick, and I will compare him to Ectotron. But once again, I apologize. This is the first time I've ever used this camera. So let me get Ectotron transformed here. And while I'm transforming him, I will talk about where I got him. I got him on eBay, but as of right now in the U.S., he is apparently in stock at GameStop. So, like Ectotron was, because that's where Ectotron was being sold in the U.S. So, you have a local GameStop, stop by there, and they may just so have this. Now, I'm not sure if the price is $50 or $20. I know I had to pay almost $50 on eBay. I was going to have to pay that anyway on TF Source. So, I thought, well, might as well pay for it and get it now early instead of having to wait and still paying the same price. I do know Amazon has him in... Doesn't have him in stock. Amazon has him for pre-order for $20, but it will be $50 after shipping, as for what I could see. But before you buy online, I suggest going to GameStop if you have a local GameStop and see if they have them there. And I do think this is an awesome figure. So I almost have Ectotron done. Alright. So, here he is with Ectotron. And this is the classic difference between a Deluxe and a Voyager. So, there's your size difference. Alright, let me move him out of the way. Apologize for my dog barking. Let me see what I can compare him to next. Do I have anything else? Here he is next to Off-Road Bumblebee. So he is a bigger Deluxe. And here he is next to Siege Ironworks. So, basic War for Cybertron Deluxe size. So, this has been the review of the Transformers Back to the Future crossover Gigawatt. And I really hope you liked this video. I know it's a bit different because I got a new camera. It's a bit not as good as what I used to make them. I do apologize for that. But if you like this video, please consider subscribing. And I will have more videos coming out. And I hope you all enjoyed seeing this. So subscribe, like, share if you want. And look at that. You can put blast effects in his feet to make him look like he's flying too. That's awesome. And so I guess I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.